Hello, my lovely Wolfpack, and welcome to the Lone Wolf Show, brought to you by Wolfpack Media, the most entertaining place on YouTube for your news and commentary. I'm your host, Justin Huseman, founder and news contributor. We have a great show today, and I can't wait to get started. But before we do, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel. Join the pack today. So, tonight, we're going to get a little religious with it. And maybe even a little geopolitical. But we have this story that's been kind of making its way around the internet about a man who is being called by some the Messiah. Now, others, of course, in the Christian community particularly, as you can imagine, are calling him the Antichrist. Now, we do have a whole bunch of videos to get to tonight, and with kind of a short period of time to do that. So let's just go ahead and get right to it. Let me bring up our X account here and our bookmarks. All right, let's see. So we got a couple of videos here, like quite a few actually. And then we're going to have another one that I wanted to show from Ruslan. So shout out to Ruslan. At the end of the video here, we're going to be checking out an episode of a guest that he had on, who kind of had some stuff to say about this guy I think is important. But for now, let's just take a look at these short. We got like a conglomerate of short clips for you guys here. Let's start with this one here. Hold on, guys. Gotta get this working correctly. All right.
Now, O Christians in the East and the West, hear me and obey. I am a messenger sent to you from Jesus Christ, alayhi salam. Paul is false and led you astray. The church is corrupt and no longer upholds the law of God, nor does it defend the oppressed. The papacy has been stolen and the rightful heir has been pushed aside. There is no one else but me that you are obliged to obey. May God be a witness that I have proclaimed.
This isn't a fucking cult. This is for sure a cult, obviously, here. Like, look at that there. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is definitely some cult shit. This guy, I guess, is calling himself Mahdi Abdullah Hashem. Yeah, he says, what did he say there? He said that Christians have to obey him. And then Paul led us astray. What the I don't. Blasphemy, that's what I gotta say as a Christian guy myself. I have a feeling that we're going to be seeing a lot of blasphemy. And if you're a Christian, there's going to be a lot of blasphemy in this video here. From this fellow. Scroll down here. Let's look at this one.
Out there proclaiming himself to be somebody who has the gift of discernment and somebody who is capable to, they say, Jesus told me this, Jesus taught me that. And really, Jesus taught them nothing. None of them have heard the word of Jesus. They're all making stuff up in their heads. They're going with their own whims, their own intuitions, and they're mistaking that for Jesus. And so they're fooling themselves, and they're fooling themselves based off of what they saw Paul doing, and they thought that, okay, well, if it happened with Paul, it could happen with us, and they start imagining things.
I'd really like to know where this guy gets his sources. Like, is he trying to claim that, like, our entire Bible is just false, or what? Like, I'm not really sure what the Mahdi is. Really, honestly, I have no clue what that even means. To be really honest here. But I guess.
When really it's not the case. And the United States of America it's supported by its citizens. Its citizens are the ones that elect the rulers and their congressmen and the representatives that in turn carry out crimes against humanity and lead wars and kill people and steal land and inflict, pain and suffering over populations. And
yeah, whatever. Let's go to this next one here. Listen to this fucking guy. This guy, dude.
And Ali, the curses of Allah and Muhammad and Fatima and Ali and Al-Hassan and Al-Hussein alayhim salam be upon Al-Sistani, the false silent idol which neither benefits nor harms. Al-Khamenei and all of the Shia Marja'as, the enemies of Allah and His Messenger, who call themselves names such as the proof of Islam and the greater signs of Allah. Every single Muslim must choose to stand with these criminals and face what they face and share in their judgment from Allah, or declare their innocence of them and repent. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, and when the word is fulfilled against them, we shall produce from the earth a beast to face them. He will speak to them, for that mankind did not believe with assurance in our signs, and I am that beast. And alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen, wa sallallahu ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad, al-imma wal mahdiyina wa sallam taslima.
And I can't tell, is it just me, or does this guy, sound American? His English sounds very American, so I don't know if he just learned how to speak English from an American, and that's why, or what is going on there. I don't really, I haven't done, this is my first time really looking into this dude, so I haven't done any research or anything on this guy yet. I just found a bunch of videos that he was in, and yeah, just, so I'm reacting to this in real time with you guys here. Alright, let's take a look at this one.
By mentioning this other creature that exists on a different planet, and it was a fascinating story.
What the fuck?
That I was told by the Imam, and it was a story of a planet that has on there beings that resemble, 100%.
And why is this guy wearing a freaking beanie?
But they're not
Cast
humans.
Or something.
Okay.
But they look like us.
He thinks
there is no difference.
Body-wise.
Body-wise.
Yo, Tim. This guy's trying to copy your style.
But they walk around on that planet naked. And they... their brains are the same as the brains of or their level of intelligence is the same as the level of intelligence of animals that are on this planet, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like rabbits and cats and dogs and things like this. This is
you fucking lost me
those beings that resemble us act and behave on that planet.
You lost me there.
And there is
I'm sorry, you lost me there, bro. You lost me at Space Rabbits, dude. Let's look here. I don't know what to make of this guy. Really, honestly, guys, like I said, I'm reacting to this shit in real time.
I am not the Antichrist, nor do I claim to be the Messiah. The only Messiah to ever come was Jesus, the son of Mary, alayhi salam.
Text messages.
2,000 years ago, he came and was God in creation. I am a messenger, and I am not the Antichrist, nor do I claim to be the Messiah. The only Messiah to ever come was Jesus, the son of Mary, alayhi salam. 2,000 years ago, he came and was God in creation. I am a messenger and a witness from him to you. You are the Antichrist. Your country is the Antichrist. The United States of America, the great iron beast that tramples on the nations. I am a messenger from Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. 1,400 years ago, he came to the earth and was God in creation. Muhammad and Jesus are brothers, and there are no two messengers closer to one another than them.
No, bro, nah. This guy tried to say Jesus and Muhammad are brothers, huh? Like, so this guy, like, I'm trying to make out like what he exactly he's believes in here. It seems like he's like some weird amalgamation of all three Judeo Abrahamic religions here. Yeah, I don't know if he what is he like, because he's like talking about Christian shit, and then he kind of gets into like Islam, like he's speaking freaking like Arabic or some shit in one of the other videos that we just watched. I don't know. What do you guys think? You guys gotta tell me more about him if any of you guys out there know him more about this guy. I don't know what the hell this guy is. Like, this is for sure a cult. You see that first video of all the people in the room going, oh, 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 like screaming, chanting some shit. Like, yeah, this might be, I already watched that one. Okay, let's go to this one.
And we are the only, and we have the Muslims who've been waiting for 1,400 years.
Yeah,
for the
see, now he's talking about the Muslims.
Mahdi. And we're giving glad tidings on this day that the Mahdi has appeared. And we are the only people on the face of the earth that have the 12th Imam, Muhammad ibn Hassan al-Askari with us.
Man.
And he's the one who sent me forward, and he sent Ahmed al-Hassan alayhi salam forward
like
to proclaim and to give glad tidings and to pave the way and
like,
to preach the true religion of God, and that is the supremacy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Yeah, this dude, I can't take this dude seriously. He looks like a fucking biker dude. But he's like speaking about like freaking Muhammad and freaking Islam, but then he's talking to Christians too. I don't know what this guy is. Let's look at this one.
I am Abdullah. I am Abdullah, the first name mentioned of the Mahdis, and I have come forth as the successor of Imam al-Mahdi alayhi salam and the awaited Yamani Imam Ahmad al-Hassan alayhi salam. No one in 1,400 years has claimed to be Abdullah in the will but me, proving that the will truly is a protection against misguidance, for none can claim to be in the will except for its rightful owner.
What is this guy? This guy is definitely weird. Oh, and then look at this. Look at this. There's like some of his like people out here on the streets holding signs of him. Yeah, he's trying to call it, because he's trying to call himself the Pope. So he's like combining Catholicism and Christianity and Islam. Like, I'm waiting for him to say like some Jewish shit. Like, I don't know what the hell this guy has going on here. I don't know what the hell. He's got like, it's all culty. He's talking about like space rabbits. Freaking, so it's like kind of like Scientology-ish. Like, pick a lane, dude. Pick a fucking lane. What are you about? He says he's the successor to Jesus Christ. Like, full stop right there. Jesus Christ has no successor. Jesus Christ is the only way. He is the only, nobody gets to the Father except through him. So yeah, anybody calling themselves anything like that is obviously one of the people that Jesus talked about, these false prophets. Because he's calling himself a prophet too, and that he was prophesied about. What the hell?
Bring and prolong his day. I am Abdullah, the successor of Imam al-Mahdi alayhi salam, the successor of the Comforter Ahmed, the successor of Simon Peter,
the successor of Muhammad, the successor of Jesus Christ. I am the true and legitimate Pope. I am the proof upon the Christians. I am the son of the Muslims through my father, and the son of the Christians and the Jews through my mother. I am the son of the East through my father, and the son of the West through my mother. I am like Sulkarnain.
So he's like saying that he's like, yeah, he's all the Abrahamic religions he's trying to espouse to. Like, I mean, that is like some antichrist shit. He's like trying to combine all the religions together into one. Yeah, and yeah, I would say, from what I've read of Revelations in the Bible, I would say, yeah, anybody that's trying to combine all of these religions, yeah, I mean, I don't know enough about this guy. I'm just learning about him right now with you guys, to be able to say if he fits the criteria for a straight up antichrist. I guess I'll have to do more research on this guy. Let's keep watching this video here.
With one horn in the east and one in the west, and I am the inheritor of all that lies between. I am more knowledgeable than any false pope, and I am appointed by name in the will of the prophets. My name is also on the tongue of Isaiah, who prophesied of the righteous servant, and he said, he will see his offspring and prolong his days, and the will of the Lord will prosper in his hand.
You know, it's just good to...
I don't know, man. He's saying he's not the Antichrist. Huh, yeah. That's wild, dude. Let me switch real quick to a different video here. I got a YouTube video for you guys here. Just give me a second. Just give me a quick second. Okay, here we go. So this is, we're not going to watch the whole thing, but this is a video from Ruslan KD, his channel there. He's interviewing this guy. What is this guy's name? Let me look real quick before. Let me look real quick. Let's see.
Your coverage of the Mahdi, what do you make of it?
This guy, his name is Jay Dyer or Dryer, Jay Dyer. Yeah, I watched some of this earlier, but I wanted to watch it here with you guys because he had some pretty interesting things to say about this guy for sure. Let's go ahead and take a look. Get it going.
Caesar boss, but looks like an accountant.
I thought it was Phil Jackson, the Lakers basketball coach.
Exactly. It looks like, yeah. I was like, why do you have a bust of like an accountant or Phil Jackson there? So weird aesthetics going on, and then like, why are you wearing a beanie? And then he actually gave an explanation of the beanie, which I thought was funny.
That's hilarious because he's connecting with the working man.
Exactly.
You said that was Zach Sparazzo's job.
Right, yeah, with that jean. He's got full jeans, right?
He has his Canadian tuxedo
jean
on.
shoes over there. He's got jean socks, dude.
Full
but could you imagine jean socks? Dude, you should
I'm sure they exist.
Dude, get some jean socks that say "Bless God" on it. Right?
I just might. Coming over great
working class right there, dude. The other thing that was weird about him, which is like all cult leaders, you notice, because we did a bunch of podcasts on Osho back in the day, and it's like they're on pills or something. Is it like he's like this and he doesn't move, and he's like, I am the Mahdi, and then he talks really slow. I found this clip of.
Yeah, I did notice that. I wanted to get to the part here. We're going to try to fast forward here a little bit. Get to the more serious stuff.
If you go into the history of Arab Spring, it's promoted by Western Intelligence. There's a great book.
See?
Foot stage where he's like hovering over like this.
I noticed in Cameron's video too, he did a really good, Cameron Bertuzzi, when he did the breakdown of like his background.
Yep.
And the Arab Spring stuff is a huge red flag because he was a mega activist in the Arab Spring, which if you go into the history of Arab Spring, it's promoted by Western intelligence. There's a great book that deals with some of that. Full Spectrum Dominance by F. William Engdahl. Really good book. Good introduction to geopolitical stuff from an academic perspective if people are interested. Because I get asked all the time, where should I start? That one's a good one to start.
So before we go on there, if you guys, for those of you that don't know what the Arab Spring was, you should definitely go look into that. It was it was a psyop, let's just put it that way. But go look into it. I really encourage you. And yeah, that book that he has there, that he showed you guys, definitely look into that too. I sure am going to be doing that. Let's just keep going here.
But I think that it's also a clear engineered mix of perennialism, Neoplatonism, all of which I've read and studied pretty extensively, and Shia stuff. And Shia Islam is very amenable to Sufism, very close to Sufism, which is Neoplatonism. And the advantage of Neoplatonism is that it's kind of a skeletal thing that allows you to pick and choose from the world religions. And that way you can say, oh, look, all these world religions, they're actually my superstructure, Neoplatonic religion. And you're all just manifestations of kind of the pieces that I have as the full picture. And a lot of cults do that. A lot of religious movements are clever enough to latch onto that. So I think it's definitely some kind of engineered, whether he's fully involved or somebody else in the background. I think it's very sus. And
see, yeah, that's a really interesting theory right there. Especially, yeah, like, because I've read about the Arab Spring. I would definitely look into that, because he's saying that he's like some kind of like, is he some kind of, whoa, I got computer problems here. He's saying that he's some kind of like, what, a spy or a CIA operative maybe, like, because he does sound suspiciously American. Like, it's kind of weird that like this American dude's like out here in the Middle East somewhere, preaching to people that he's like basically has started this cult, is preaching that he's the successor to Jesus. I don't know. And the successor to Muhammad, and yeah, what this guy was talking about here, that's really, really interesting, dude. This is interesting.
I think there's probably some intelligence background, especially with Arab Spring.
For real, you think he might be a CIA agent?
Well, I don't know about CIA, but it's very likely that it could be something like that.
Wow. Yeah. The Arab Spring stuff was weird. We talked about that a bit too. That's a tail sign that something's going on.
Something in the background.
Yeah. And so, what would be would the intelligence connection be a correlation or causation to what he's doing now?
Again, just going on gut analysis, spending a lot of time studying cults and religions and the overlap with intelligence stuff, because they have a lot of interest in cults and religions. Mm-hmm. In fact, I might even write my next book on religion and intelligence. Okay. We've done a lot of lectures in the last few years on that specific subject matter because very few people go into that. People don't know that the state has a vested interest in wanting to make churches forms of what's called soft power.
Anyway, yeah, I just there's I'm gonna watch the rest of that here, but we'll call that good enough for you guys today. We're really, really low on time, but yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think. This is weird. This Abdullah Hashem guy, there is some really interesting stuff here. Like, what do you guys think? Is he the Antichrist? Is he some sort of Messiah? Like, or is he just like this freaking, is this a psyop? Yeah, I definitely, I wish I could have got into more of that with you guys. But, hold on, let me get this off of here. Let me get this off of here. Bring it back to full screen here. There we go. That was distracting me. But yeah, let me know what you guys kind of think down in the comments, man. This is some weird shit. Actually, this whole story was introduced to me by our tech guy, our wacky wolf Antone. He turned me on to this story here. It's definitely interesting. I don't know if I would categorically count him as an antichrist, but maybe he might be one of the suspects. Maybe, like, dude is sus for sure though, because that's what I was thinking watching some of these videos here. That, like, you know, he could be a candidate for the antichrist here, but then watching this guy that this Jay Dyer guy that Ruslan had on, I'm like, I don't know now. It definitely wouldn't surprise me at all if he was some sort of like psyop. Like this dude was saying before we had to cut it off there. He was kind of talking about how intelligence agencies have interests in like religion and cults and stuff like that. Obviously, when we went through some of the JFK files with you guys here on the channel, go check that video out, by the way. It's kind of an older one of my videos, but we kind of broke that down, how one of the things I found in the JFK files when I was going through all the documents when they first came out was the CIA was like involved with the Catholic Church and stuff, and had like sort of the soft power within the Catholic Church with the Vatican itself. But yeah, all that's really this is really interesting here. I'm like intelligence agencies and like secret agents starting cults. Like, this is some wild shit, my dude. But yeah, we'll leave it there for you guys. We went pretty way over time, but go ahead and check us out on X and Facebook, and make sure you subscribe here to our channel on YouTube at Wolfpack Media 92. Thank you guys for joining us, and we will be seeing you tomorrow. Till next time. Peace.